You are listening to a Pleasure Podcast. For more from our Sex Podcast Collective, visit pleasurepodcasts.com.
But guess what? It comes up as a thumbnail of the hidden folder. I'm like, what the fuck? I had to delete it now. Now I have no pictures of myself.
Oh, you deleted
12 years.
it.
Are you kidding me? You think that's all I need? Is you scrolling through my phone and going, what the fuck is
when
this?
am I scrolling through your phone?
I don't know. Anybody could pick up my phone and say, oh, let me look for a certain picture. You know, like sometimes you're like trying to find a picture.
You know
to
what's
pull.
funny? I deleted a good one of me as well because it included part of my penis and I didn't want the penis to be involved in there. It's uncomfortable to talk about sex, but sometimes it's important to get uncomfortable. Sex Talk with My Mom is the best mom-son podcast about sex.
It's the only one as well.
My mother is a cougar.
My son is a clown.
In a nutshell, my dad died, so my mother decided to create a YouTube channel all about sex, like all mothers do.
And then my son decides to use my material in his stand-up comedy routines.
And thus, Sex Talk with My Mom was born. Welcome to Sex Talk with My Mom. I'm Cam Potter.
And I'm Karen Lee Potter.
We are chatting about sex and honestly anything that's going on in our lives right now because it feels like it's all so much to handle
It's a lot.
that we got to talk about it with each other for your entertainment.
And for ours.
Well, I'm just going to launch into this
Okay.
shit because it's on my mind. Okay.
What's
so-
on your mind, son?
Okay, so
Obviously something that you'd like to talk about first.
yeah, because Los Angeles County is out of control right now with
In
regard
terms
to COVID.
Yeah.
It's the thing is flying off the shelves. Everyone's got it.
Everyone's getting it.
Everyone's getting it. There's no room in the hospital beds. I'm scared to walk out of the fucking house.
Apparently I haven't. I've now trained the dog to shit on my balcony, which is about a 4x6 piece of land.
That thing smells so god awful.
It is so bad because now he has to pee like every 15 minutes. And so it's like a urinal that's out there. It smells so fucking bad that yesterday we opened the door and a whiff of this vile
I couldn't believe it. You got a bloodhound nose. That was not a bloodhound nose.
Oh, your nose picked it up immediately, and then mine and Dee's were like, "Oh boy, this smells like one." It smelled like the urinal at the Dave Matthews Caravan that I went to. The porta potties have been out there sitting in the hot sun all day long. That's what it smelled like in my apartment.
In your apartment because you put this pee pad outside. And there's maggots growing on it. It's absolutely
Flies,
disgusting.
I don't know what to say except for at least we don't
And then
get COVID going up to the
dog
dog.
sleeps in your bed.
I know. I thought about that. He walks around.
Walks around on all those little flies.
And then he
in
gets
the urine.
his feet all wet. And then because he's on death's door, I can't not put him in the bed. So I put him in my bed.
Why is he peeing so much?
Because he's on a diuretic for his heart. He's in congestive heart failure.
Okay.
I know more about veterinary medicine than anyone right now, including my vet.
Yeah, by the way, you're getting out of control with the vet.
What does that mean? Sending him emails?
In one day, I saw multiple calls and emails.
Yes. That poor guy.
He's on
vacation.
He's off on the weekends.
He's not allowed to be off when it comes to my dog.
It's unbelievable.
I'm being a Karen.
You've been a real Karen about
Yeah.
your little Gus. Anyway, so COVID's not going well. And I will... It's not. Everyone's getting it.
It's going better for you than my friends that are all having it, popping up like crazy. They're dropping like flies with this, getting it, not dying, but getting it.
So I got tested recently.
Yeah, because you get tested literally every other day.
I do not.
Okay, once a week minimally.
This is the first test I've gotten in about 3 or 4 weeks.
But you've been thinking about, every time you get a cold sore, you say, I know I got COVID. I shouldn't be here.
Canker sore, not cold sore.
Canker, cold sore, herpes, whatever. I don't know what you want to call it. Every time you get one of those, you're convinced that you have it. And I go through the list of symptoms, and none of those symptoms apply to your, none of them say canker sore. High fever, maybe shortness of breath, the whole, I
like to keep our pod safe. It's me, you, and Dee's. I don't see anyone else inside, at least. Outside with masks on, okay. I'm very strict about this regimen for you.
Oh, for me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, you're not doing it for yourself?
No, you are in the danger zone over here.
I am, and it really irritates me. I'm in the danger zone.
Oh, yeah.
But they won't give me the goddamn shot because I'm not in the danger zone enough.
You're right. You how old are you?
62.
And you have to be 65 to get into the next round of shots.
Actually, 64. I read online.
No way.
Yeah, it's just
64. You're
I'm
2 years
I'm
away.
like a year and a half away.
You got to get a fake ID or something like
That's
that.
what I was thinking.
Okay, so last night I'm researching the vaccines.
Me too.
Researching hours on end. Got to sleep
Me
at like
too.
1 a.m. because I'm thinking
Yeah.
about. And then I'm dreaming.
Because you texted me.
What do you mean? You texted
You just said I spent an hour and a half researching COVID vaccines.
And you said I did the same.
Yes, I did. And I researched congestive heart failure in dogs.
You were on a roll.
I was doing some research.
So I go to sleep, and by sleep I mean I'm tossing and turning for about 8 hours. And all I could think of when I come close to dreaming are all the doctors I know in Los Angeles and how I can get the conversations I'd have to have in order to get you this vaccine.
Let's role play.
Well, yeah, okay. One of them is, hi, Jessica. We haven't spoke in about 3 years.
No, I think it's longer. You know her from high school.
Yeah, but I knew her. I talked to her out here. You know who
Okay.
I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Sweetheart.
Yeah.
Hey, Jessica, we haven't
Didn't
spoken.
didn't your sister go on a prom
Why
date?
do you have to
Okay, all right,
identify
all right,
this?
never
What
mind.
the fuck is going on here?
Okay, never mind. All right, so go on. So if you were going to call this fictitious
We're
person.
trying to role play an awkward conversation I'm about to have with this girl
Okay.
for your benefit, and you're trying to
That-
identify exactly
I
who this
appreciate
is.
that. It literally, if this could come true, I would definitely appreciate it.
I'm gonna have to have a very awkward conversation about why I haven't reached out to her in the past 3 years.
What's it going to sound like?
I don't know. Hi, Jessica. Sorry. How have the last 3 years been? Sorry, I dropped off the face of the earth. I still think of you as a very close friend. I've always had a space for you in my heart. I loved hanging out with you in high school, especially. By the way, I know you're working as a doctor at this hospital in Los Angeles, and I know my mother belongs to that hospital, and I was wondering if you can get her a vaccine.
I love it.
Mom,
What?
I'm not gonna have that conversation.
You have to.
Come on.
You don't have to go into graphic detail about data you haven't spoken since high school, but seriously, this is a mitzvah.
We're gonna see. Anyway, so this is what I'm dreaming about.
I'm very excited right now.
I'll tell you what exacerbated the fucking anxiety, though. What prompted all of the research.
Yeah, what did prompt the research?
I've been so fucking diligent about keeping our pod safe.
I'm aware because you just got another COVID test. Negative, I might add.
You live in a fucking building that requires an elevator to get to your apartment.
I know, and you probably walk in with a gas mask.
It takes 3 or 4 attempts to get into the elevator and guarantee that no one is in there.
What do you mean? You let it go up and down?
If someone's standing there in the lobby waiting to go up, I pretend to go down as they go up.
I know.
And then I go down, and then if someone comes up, I have to get out. That's literally what happened this morning. It took about 10, 15 minutes to even get into the elevator.
But if you think about it, it doesn't make a damn bit of difference if they were in it 5 minutes before because it's this droplets are still in the air.
No. If someone's there and they're talking, some of these people are talking. Why are they talking in the elevator? It's a closed space.
Well, I had a little problem too with the guy in the elevator.
What happened in your elevator?
So this guy walks in with his little, like a 2-year-old little girl,
Oh, boy.
and I'm already.
The children, they have no idea. They have no clue.
What do you want a 2-year-old to know?
I want them to know that they could possibly contaminate me, which would contaminate my mother and eventually lead to your death.
Okay. Well, anyway, this guy walks in with a 2-year-old, and he's responsible for this 2-year. Maybe she was 3, actually.
But of course he's responsible.
And Gus is in the elevator with
dog.
me. Yeah. And little girls and Gus, they get along great together because they're about the same height.
Oh.
Anyway, so I see that he's not wearing a mask as he's getting in the elevator. So I literally put my body in, to hold the door open for him. Like if you're going to get in, you got to get that mask on. And he's a big guy too, and he's looking at me, like glaring at me. And I'm like, yeah, we're kind of like at a standoff here. And he goes, oh, my mask. And he starts putting it on.
Oh, my mask?
Yeah. And he puts it on under his nose, which.
Oh, I can't stand the under the nose.
What the fuck? I mean, why do they think that that's helpful when you got COVID and it's coming out of your nose? How is that helpful?
COVID is spewing out of the nostrils.
Well, and this guy looks like he's a COVID carrier.
I can't stand it.
He's got
What'd
all
you
the
do?
warnings.
Did you ask about the?
So I stood there still waiting for the mask to go over his nose. So he puts it over his nose, and then we're kind of like, it literally is for one floor that this is going to go on because he was getting on at 5 and I'm getting off at 4 and whatever was going on. He looks at me as I'm getting out and he goes, yeah, sorry about that mask. Or I don't know, he made some mumbling about the mask. And I said, it really helps if you get the mask on before you get into the elevator.
Oh, you didn't even let him off the hook.
And he looks at me, he goes, it really helps? And I go, what? He goes, if you put a mask on your dog.
The dog.
I go, what are you talking about? The dog. I go, there's no evidence that the dog causes COVID. He goes,
You're having this whole conversation?
Yes.
This conversation led to COVID.
Yes. And
What the fuck is this?
And then he goes, yes, there is. And I go, no, there's not. And I grabbed the dog and I ran out of there. And I didn't even have Gus on a leash.
Oh.
So it was a little difficult. And that little
What the
girl.
fuck is that? The mask on the dog. Gus doesn't even leave the apartment.
How about, what the fuck is wrong with him?
Fuck that guy.
I know. And then I found out he's a disbarred lawyer. So I was going to report him. And I thought to myself, no. I don't want to be
him?
involved. Yes, they have fines in our building if they're
wow.
not wearing masks.
Okay, well, let me proceed on, okay? Can I take the fucking spotlight for 1
Yeah,
second?
you're standing up right now.
Because
You're-
I'm all irritated just even thinking about what the fuck happened last night.
The visual here is Cam holding a mic, standing up with his man bun on.
Why did you have to mention the man bun?
Because you said that it's actually a good man bun today. Sometimes man buns don't work, but today's it works.
The man bun always fucking works.
Okay.
And the man bun is up because I'm getting so hot just thinking about this fucking situation.
All right. So what happened?
So I'm trying to, stay safe for your sake.
And it has nothing to do with you wanting to stay for
I don't
yourself.
give a flying fuck.
Okay. That's fucking bullshit. And everyone knows it. Everyone's not buying it. So just you can go with that story.
I am not seeing.
So you're doing the
anyone-
whole
I'm not
reason-
seeing anyone indoors.
it's
okay?
all because of me.
I barely see my friends.
I know.
And let alone lovers.
Oh, we don't want to go there.
Why don't we want to go there?
You're going to start with how you haven't had sex in God knows how long.
Yeah, and I'm blaming it all because of COVID.
Because of me.
No, not because of you. It's because of the fucking pandemic
Oh,
that's
all right.
going on.
Well, you're not the only one.
Okay, what? What do you mean?
A lot of people on my live streams talk about that.
Yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, let's get back to the business. So we do the family dinner on Sundays.
Yeah.
It's outdoors. Everyone's seated everyone's got their own little pods.
You
It's
made
basically 3 pods.
Yeah, and you like wouldn't allow me to sit even close to your brother.
I know you're trying to inch closer to him. I'm like, what?
I
No,
wasn't
no, no.
inching closer. Cam, I'm 6 feet away outside, far away with a wind going.
That was not 6 feet.
That was 6 feet.
I know 6 feet.
You put
At this
me away
point,
from.
I know 6 feet.
Okay.
I could tell you at any given time what is the 6 foot radius around me. at
Why
any
are you
point.
still standing up like at attention?
Because I'm just imagining the situation last night that it led me to such a fucking night of fucking neurosis.
Okay, so go on.
All right.
So you put me away from him.
Yeah, I brought up a
And
seat
then,
for you.
And then Deez comes down. He's going to sit next to him.
Yeah,
And
everyone wants that seat next to him.
Because it's
No,
under the heater.
It's not even close to being 6 feet away. No one's sitting there. If he wants to sit there,
You make
everyone
him,
else.
just so you know, I think you make him feel like he's like a coronavirus infection.
Boo fucking who?
Okay.
Boo fucking who?
So he's like literally.
We're in different pods.
Yeah.
I don't care what his pod is doing. He can live however the fuck he wants to live. That pod doesn't cross-contaminate.
Okay, go on.
And I don't think you understand the sanctity of this pod. Talking to people in the fucking elevator.
This is like
trying to sit
Albert
next-
Brooks in The Sanctity of the Nest Egg in what was
I'm
my
glad
favorite
you're finding
movie?
enjoyment out of this. I'm doing this for your sake. I don't understand why you
'Cause-
don't.
all
Why
right,
you take
go
it so
on,
lightly.
go on. I appreciate it. That's very sweet.
Okay. Anyway, so I fucking we're having this wonderful dinner. We're far from each other. We're eating, but we're able to hear each other. It's a wonderful experience. And then I don't know what happens. At the very end of the meal, you decide everyone needs to put their trash in a trash bag.
Well, what do you mean? I decided everyone needs to clean up. Obviously,
Everyone
we need
needs
to
to
put
clean
it.
up.
I
And everyone
decided
needs to do
like
this very safely.
well, I didn't think that safety was an issue when you're cleaning up trash.
All of our COVID measures goes out the window when you're cleaning up trash.
Okay, go on.
Well, I'll back up by saying during this conversation that we were having, I don't know why this came up, but we were discussing bronies.
Yeah, bronies is. I remember hearing about this concept of these men who love to go and do they dress up as My Little Pony horses? I mean, or they just have this affinity for them.
Well, My Little
It's
Pony.
kind of a sexual thing too.
Hold
I
on, My
believe.
Little Pony is like a
From my day.
It was that cartoon.
No,
Or like-
they were little ponies, little plastic ponies that little girls from like age 3 to 5 used to play with when I was growing up. And I saved mine, and your sister cut that hair off, the manes off of the ones that I had, so they're worth nothing now.
Oh wow, we're gonna have to get that money back.
Yeah, I'm sure that they're worth a lot after the amount of playing that I went through with them. Anyway, go on.
Anyway, a brony is a fan of the show My Little Pony, and it's often male, but female fans are not uncommon. and this is all from Urban Dictionary, bronies usually show a want to be accepted as normal people, but don't appear to realize that to be treated the same as anyone else, they need to stop making sure everyone knows and remembers that they are a brony at all times without fail. They also don't appear to understand that most people don't appreciate the internet being taken over by their fandom, which is another main cause for the hate of bronies. Okay. I didn't hate bronies up until this fucking
Who
point.
brought this conversation up?
We were talking about bronies.
Yeah, I know. I
I
remember.
don't know how that conversation
All right.
came up, but we were talking about bros who like My Little Ponies.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Are you one of those bronies? Have you ever had any fantasy? I know.
I used to be a big fan of My Little Pony.
So you're a brony then.
I guess that would make me a brony.
Okay. So I'm not gonna
Until-
I'm not gonna yuck your yum. But
Until this moment.
what do you mean? Now you're not a brony?
So picture this. We all just had a wonderful Thai dinner.
yes.
There's dirty plates everywhere. I don't even know why there was that much trash that had to be
You
thrown
make
out.
it sound like we're like complete slobs. What are you talking about? It's dirty plates.
Why
Everybody
did
had
we even need a trash bag up there?
because everybody had a dirty plate that we throw in the trash bag when we throw the garbage out. What is that so difficult?
Okay, well, anyway, what ends up happening is that someone brings up My Little Ponies once again, and someone launches into the fucking theme song of My Little Ponies.
Wait, when you say someone, you have a specific person.
It just came up in the conversation.
Okay.
I'm not going to identify anyone. I'm
One
not
of-
going to
one of-
fucking
one of
put
the-
anyone under the bus.
One of the family members, not in our pod,
Yes.
decided to start singing "My Little Pony."
Everyone started singing My Little
Yeah,
Ponies
My
in
Little
this moment.
Pony, My Little Pony.
My
Na,
Little
na.
fucking My
It
Little.
used to
You want to
be
hear what
such
this?
a fun little commercial and then a cartoon.
My Little Pony. So I'm cleaning my glasses against my t-shirt. I could barely see anything that's going on.
Because you had your mask on?
In just at the right moment, one of the family members comes dips down right next to me to put their plate in the trash can, and I look up and I see there's no mask. I'm not wearing a mask, and this person is singing My Little Ponies right into my fucking eyes. I'm like sucking in the COVID. My Little Ponies, My Little COVID, and no awareness at all to the fact that we would just have a raging pandemic going on around us. And this, I'm not even going to get into the fact that this person was fucking coughing, but I was. Two fucking lyrics.
Both choruses of My Little Pony.
It was two lines. Why did My Little Pony? Why couldn't it be just one? My Little Pony and then My Little Pony. It's too many words being spewed at me.
All right, so let me. For those of you sneaky freaks listening to this, I'm assuming Cam is fearful of getting COVID.
I'm not
from-
fearful. I'm concerned for your sake.
Okay. Okay.
And I knew that the pod was getting
in jeopardy.
contaminated.
He was in
It was
jeopardy.
in jeopardy when someone is fucking next to me, reaching down and singing into my fucking face.
Singing. Singing,
What?
by the way, is on that list of you're not supposed to talk loudly, scream, or sing.
Sing.
Because the spittle comes out. Like I was watching Hamilton, I noticed a spit. You could literally see spits coming out.
I look up. I could barely see anything in my eye. It was like a
So
horror
you think
film.
you were contaminated by this person singing "My Little Pony"?
Yes.
Way too close to you.
Yes.
Right. I know. You walk into
If you could-
my
if
apartment
you-
later on, and you're like, if you want me to leave and not come back for several days, I understand. You had already gone into some dark place.
I thought it was very apparent to you, who was sitting next to me, that someone was singing My Little Pony into my face.
I wasn't cognizant of what was going on with the trash. I was just cleaning up trash. I wasn't looking at who's singing My Little Pony at you.
Complete lack of awareness.
Me?
Yes.
What do you mean? What do
You should have said, "Excuse me, he's cleaning his glasses. You got to back the fuck up.
What is it? What else is
Back the fuck up with the My Little
What's it?
Pony."
Should I put some reins on the Little Pony?
Put the yeah. It's not a. We're not identifying who this is in the family.
But you want me to put reins on this person?
Yes, I want you to put rein
Rein him
this
in.
person in.
Rein him in.
And fucking pull him back. Why? It was a perfect storm. There should not have been
Wait,
a
what is
trash
it-
bag next to me.
what does
The
it mean
trash bag
perfect
should have
storm?
been fucking
Circulating?
circulated.
So you think we should have circulated the trash
throw the
bag,
trash bag.
as opposed to having people walk up to the trash bag and put things in the trash bag?
You take the trash bag, you put your shit in, and you throw it at the other person. That's what should have happened. And there should have been no singing in the first place. No singing within 6 feet of me. No singing outside of 6 feet of me. There's no singing around me during COVID.
Okay.
No singing.
Okay, no singing.
There's too many spittles
How
and
is
droplets
it-
that
how
spew out of
is
the
it-
person's mouth.
I just don't understand something. How were you able to be a human fountain? Where you
There
literally
wasn't a raging pandemic going on.
But it's the same
that could
idea of
contaminate my mother and take her to her grave.
Okay. Oh my God.
Yes.
So this has to do with my mortality.
Yes.
You think
you're
I'm dying?
in the danger zone. You're not even in the danger zone. You're like slightly out of the danger zone, which makes you even in a worse danger zone.
Somebody's going to be making a call to Jessica.
No.
I know
I'm gonna
it's
have to
been
explain-
several years, but my mother's in the danger zone and she's
I'm-
about to die. So
I'm
you
so
better
sorry.
get that vaccine for her.
Jessica, is there any rules and any exceptions to the rules of the 64? Because she's 62, and there was a situation
62
with
and a
My
half.
Little Ponies where someone was singing in my face. I'm going to contaminate the pod. She's part of the pod. You got to get her a vaccine.
You're gonna call her up and tell her about the My Little Pony situation.
I think I have to.
I think that'd be very funny, if anything.
Fucking My Little Goddamn Ponies.
My Little Pony.
My little COVID. My little COVID.
Yeah.
I fucking hate this shit.
Okay, you need to calm the fuck down right now. Okay, you
I'm
are
not
very
riled
riled
up.
up. You are very riled
I'm
up.
not riled up at all.
Oh my God! So
I'm
then,
very chill.
So you left our building and
Yes.
went back home. And how many hours of research? Because at 1 in the
It was
morning,
an hour and a half.
I got that text
It was
from
2
you.
hours. It was 2 hours. It was 2.5 hours. It wasn't
It was
that
2.5
long.
hours of research.
I know everything there is to know about the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, at least anything that's been published at this point.
Oh
That's
my
what I'm
God.
rooting for.
You're going
You're
for
getting
me
the
for
Johnson & Johnson.
The J&J.
The J&J.
You know what you could have done?
What?
You could have turned on the Calm app.
I should have turned on the Calm
That's
app.
what you should have done.
The Calm app is the best app designed to help you ease stress and get the best sleep of your life, which I could have used instead of dreaming about people that I know in the medical industry.
You could have gone to the meditation tab. You should have punched in anxiety, and you could have gotten about 10 different meditations dealing specifically with just anxiety.
I could have also gone to the Sleep Stories tab to hear soothing voices like Stephen Fry, Kelly Rowland, and Laura Dern speak me to sleep.
I listened to the Velveteen Rabbit.
Over 85 million people around the world listen to Calm. They use their app, and you can get a premium subscription for 40% off at calm.com/sextalk. You'll be helping out our show if you go to calm.com/sextalk. Not mom, but calm.com/sextalk.
And something else you should consider was the connection between mind and body. You need to eat healthy. And when I mean to eat healthy, you need to get Sakara.
Sakara, my favorite ready-to-eat meal delivery service. They send me the best breakfast, lunches, and dinners every week. It's plant-rich meals. They're organic. It's like tasting a bite of
Heaven.
the Garden of Eden, honestly.
The Garden of Eden, exactly. You could see the different colors. They boost your energy. They improve your digestion, get your skin glowing.
It's the perfect way to eat healthy. The meals are designed by chefs. How do you like that? It's like having your own private chef delivering these beautiful meals to your door. Right now, Sakara is offering our listeners 20% off your first order when you go to sakara.com/sextalk or enter sextalk at checkout. That's Sakara, sakara.com/sextalk to get 20% off your first order. Sakara.com/sextalk.
Quite a few of my friends are getting COVID.
Yeah.
I'm not laughing, by the way, because my
You
age group
literally
doesn't
just
do
laughed.
too well.
Yeah.
I just the way I just said it was like, I'm just like stunned because somebody will write something on Facebook, which I can't post on anymore because Facebook has deemed that it's okay to have white supremacists on there, but not Karen Lee Porter because she said 5 great ways to have sex. That's it. I'm banned. So anyway, I noticed on Facebook, I'm allowed to research on Facebook, but I'm not allowed to post on Facebook that quite a few of my friends are getting COVID and not doing too well. So I'm getting very anxious. And anxious means that I become obsessed with TikTok.
Oh, no.
This is
Is
what
that
I do.
what it is?
Yes.
Oh, the TikTok is really the addictive escape.
It is a perfect escape because I become obsessed with something and I don't stop.
Here I was thinking you like it because of the technology component.
I
that
do,
It gets
I
your
do.
video editing, creation skills.
Yes. Like green screening, I just told you, used to be like a huge ordeal. And now it's like take the phone out and just green screen yourself. But anyway, I became obsessed with Rosie O'Donnell.
Okay.
Because she's like, TikTok, you don't stop. She's awesome. She's funny. She's so just genuine. And she just got on TikTok and she's like TikToking night and day. And she said she'll follow anybody that wants to. Anybody can follow. That you just put something up and she'll follow you. I put up 4 different videos directed towards her. She still has not followed
This
me.
is stalking.
I am stalking her.
Now,
I am stalking Rosie
now
O'Donnell.
Our handle, Stalk with My Mom, is accurate.
It's true. It's
You're a
absolutely. You
stalker.
foreshadowed the fact. Now, the reason you called our handle "Stalk with My Mom" is because we decided that we don't want to get banned by having sex in the title, so you just made S Talk, and then when you look at it, it says "Stalk."
Yeah.
Okay, "Stalk with My Mom" is actually a truism right now.
Is that our current TikTok handle?
Yes, and we can't change it for like 30 days. I don't know. That was not one of our better outs.
You called me high and drunk one night with anxiety.
You actually again. You're like pathologizing me that I'm high and drunk. You know what? I'm a
were
normal woman
in
that
that
likes to.
conversation. You were.
Okay, so
Well, then why are you saying I'm pathologizing you? You literally, I was speaking the facts.
okay, so yes, I had a little wine and a little weed, and I thought, well, maybe we want to avoid getting banned like I am on Facebook, on TikTok, which is because it'll set me in a spiraling depression if I get banned. You know what? I don't know what I'll do. I literally get
God,
in
I don't even want to
I
imagine
would have to go
that
through like
situation.
detox or something.
It's honestly worse than you getting COVID. I don't even want to think about it.
If I get banned over there, I'm fucked. And you know what? A lot of ageism is going on.
What do you mean ageism?
People are saying, "Oh, you were in on this." What did it say?
Oh yeah, you got a lot of haters.
Not a lot, but a few fucking haters that said, because what did I say?
That your confidence is better than your dance moves.
No, that was a nice one. I'm talking about the other ones that had to do with
Old broad,
yeah,
not
old
hating
dirtbag, yeah,
old dirtbag, yeah.
yeah. Trump is fantastic, and you're just an old dirtbag.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And I just went off.
You schooled them.
Yeah, but then what happened is that the algorithms went, a lot of people are interacting, so all these Trumpsters have been on my page going, block me, I want you out of my For You page. It is. So I spent, what do you think I was doing at 1 o'clock in the morning after I got done researching congestive heart
you
failure
sleep?
in dogs? I don't sleep at all. I went and blocked every one of those fuckers. They want to be blocked? I'll block them.
You block them.
I blocked them. Yeah.
By the way,
What?
I don't like watching TV with you anymore.
Why?
No, it's too much peer pressure.
What?
Yeah, it's too much peer pressure.
You just, how is it we watch one 20-minute episode of
We
Schitt's
watched
Creek,
fucking 3.
but we watch one and you're like, oh, we can't go into the next one. We have to process. We have to process everything.
Of course, it needs to be processing.
Why? What is it? It's a sitcom. It's
We've
not-
talked about
We're not
this.
talking about some sort of like deep psychoanalysis of something. It's a fucking sitcom.
We're watching Schitt's Creek that you don't even get 2 seconds of credits. It immediately goes into the next episode. Why bother making separate episodes then? Just to have a long ass
I'd be fine with
3-hour
that.
fucking
So
season.
3 episodes equal 1 hour of TV programming.
Yes.
And then you can process.
No. They're different stories. They need to be chopped up, and you need to sit and process, take it in, reflect on the characters, think about the costuming, think about all the different dynamics, the relational, the jokes.
As it is, you make us reflect after we eat dinner.
I'm so sorry for making you reflect on your life.
Yeah, it's actually helping me and Dee's. When you're not around, we actually sit and talk after dinner as opposed to just getting off from the table and running over to the TV. We
love
sit and
that.
talk for a few minutes.
I love that to hear that you talk for a few minutes with your significant other.
Listen.
I probably talk more with myself than you talk with these.
Oh, there's no question. Whatever's
I'm
going on
alone.
in that crazy ass mind of yours, that you're like,
Crazy ass
it's
mind
a
of yours.
mind. It's like a hornet's nest going on in there about COVID and vaccines. And
You
I got
have
my
no
mother's
cl-
dying.
you don't
You
have a
care about your
clue.
dog dying. You care about your mother dying.
There's such thing as a natural death, and I think Gus is ready to go.
That is a horrible thing to say.
Why?
What do you mean Gus is ready to go? He is not ready
he's
to go.
suffering.
He's not suffering. He's
You're
peeing
not
on-
ready for him to go.
I am so not ready for my dog to go. And don't you even give that's bad juju there. Okay.
I don't want him to go. I don't want him to go, but I want him to be safe and happy. And right now, he seems like he's struggling with his pee pad. Anyway, you don't know anything about my fucking,
spiraling, looping
minds
thoughts.
and this.
I don't know anything at all. Anyway,
I want to say one more thing, by the way.
what?
I think I was influenced by Schitt's Creek. I think I was, one of the characters was,
David.
no, Moira,
Moira.
the mother.
Moira the mother?
Yeah.
Who's like a 70-year-old woman?
There's this whole episode about how she's looking for the pictures from her old days. And
Oh,
her-
yeah.
and
Videos?
pictures of her being nude.
Yeah. What does that mean?
And she wanted to see what she looked like nude.
So you decided you don't want to lose this opportunity to see your body when you're nude, so you can take selfies of yourself nude?
Why do you not let me finish a story?
Is that where this is going?
Yeah, I spent some time trying to take some nudes.
Oh my God.
Don't go on my phone. It didn't turn out well.
Oh my God.
It didn't turn out that well.
Oh,
I don't know why. Why is it so hard to take a fucking nude picture?
I can't believe this, but I think I love this. Because I can't, but I took pictures. You know what? I also was affected by that
Why?
because I had taken pictures nude, with these. I think this was back like 12 or 13 years ago. One picture in particular,
Oh, Jesus.
and I put it in a hidden folder on the iPhotos, right?
In iPhotos?
In hidden.
Okay.
But guess what? It comes up as a thumbnail of the hidden folder. I'm like, what the fuck? I had to delete it now. Now I have no pictures of myself.
Oh, you deleted
12 years.
it.
Are you kidding me? You think that's all I need is you scrolling through my phone and going, what the fuck is
When
this?
am I scrolling through your phone?
I don't know. Anybody could pick up my phone and say, oh, let me look for a certain picture. You know, like sometimes you're like trying to find a picture.
You know
to
what's
pull-
funny? I deleted a good one of me as well because it included part of my penis and I didn't want the penis to be involved in there.
What
I'm trying to make these very tasteful
nude, like,
nude,
oh,
it's
you're
like
doing
half
like
shots.
sensual. What?
half shot. I'm not doing a lot of putting my dick in there.
Wait, so maybe you should start an OnlyFans page.
I'm not doing an OnlyFans. I can not even get one. I can't even do only myself because all the pictures I'm trying to, I'm trying to make it tasteful, trying to see some, definition or whatever.
because you haven't working out.
I've been working out and I was feeling the body and I was like, I should take a picture of this. I don't know if the angle was wrong or something. I look in the mirror, it looks great. I take the angle and I guess that bottom angle without it looks like I got just a fucking huge tummy.
What?
What
You
is
don't
that?
have a huge tummy. All right, you know what you need to do? You have to set it up on a tripod.
What?
Yeah, you have to set
Have
up
you
a
done
whole.
this?
Yeah.
You've done tripod naked photos?
Well, no, but I do almost daily selfies.
So I'm going to sit there in my own apartment alone
Yes.
in front of a tripod
Yes.
taking photos of myself.
Well, apparently you wanted to do this, so go for it.
And then, you know
And
what?
you know what you could play to get you aroused in the background?
Huh. No.
Yeah.
Don't you even start.
Watching the morning
That's right.
Fucking My Little Pony is not going to get me aroused. I'll tell you that much. Anyway, there was also this issue that I had because my phone case has STWMM on it. It's a phone
It's a sex talk with my mom before you change it to stalk with my mom.
Yeah, so if I was ever even planning to send those pictures to anyone, not that I was, it would have a very incriminating phone case on there to show that was...
How would it have an identity? Oh, you're taking
trying to
selfies in the
chop
mirror?
off my head.
Wait, were you taking selfies in the mirror?
Yeah, how the fuck else was I supposed to take it?
You set up a tripod.
I'm not setting up a tripod. I tried to do the selfie with me holding it. I was looking in the mirror. I was like, oh, that's like a fucking dope-ass body. And then I look at this picture. I was like, what the fuck is that ankle? What is going on there?
You have to put it on a tripod. I could tell you all about this
You're
later.
not giving me
Okay.
fucking tips on how to take nudes, Mom.
All right. Tasteful nudes.
Tasteful fucking nudes. I'm not doing
Oh my
that.
God, I can't even believe you were doing this. But anyway, you know what time it is?
Oh, is it time for...
Mom's news.
Mom's news. Mom's news. Mom's news, a segment of the show where my mother shares the most groundbreaking, earth-shattering information, more important than anything you'll read on NewYorkTimes.com, more important than you'll see on CNN. This is the world's most important news to share. Mother?
And it's from the Mirror again.
God damn it.
Oh, yeah, my favorite way.
TheMirror.co.uk.
Yes.
A.k.a. Britain's most wonderful trash tabloid.
No, it actually has such great articles. This one is about hotel and spa managers share most common sex questions they get asked by guests. And there's one in particular, the first one that came up that I thought you can identify with.
So these are hotel managers or
Yeah.
motel managers
Yeah,
sharing
sharing.
the questions they receive?
The most common sex questions they get asked by guests.
What guests are asking them sex questions?
Apparently, quite a few because they have the top 10. And guess what number
They have a
one
top
is?
10.
And you sneaky freaks are going to appreciate this because if you know Cam at all, you'll know that this is it's something that he's identified before.
Okay.
Number one, will I get aroused during a massage?
That's a question to the fucking managers of the hotel?
The spa or
Oh,
hotel.
spa.
Yeah.
And people are asking that.
Yes.
Who would ever do that?
Oh, I don't know. Who would that be?
I've done that.
I know you've done that, and that's why I thought the sneaky
I
freaks would
didn't ask the
appreciate that.
manager of the spa, though. I asked the masseuse
Right.
during the massage while I had an erection.
Well, here's what it says. For some men, there might be nothing worse than getting an erection at an inappropriate time, but it's a very common problem.
Yeah.
Whilst, I love the use of the term whilst. Whilst an erection can be an indicator of being physiologically aroused, it does not necessarily indicate the presence of emotional or sexual desire.
Well, what if it does?
Well, let's keep going. Touch can activate the parasympathetic nervous system, and therapists often run professional assessments to teach the body to separate the physiological response to touch from inappropriate sexual intentions.
Why?
Because you should be able to feel whatever you feel and go with it. I don't know.
They're training them not to get aroused when someone touches their inner thigh. I don't see why. What's the problem with that?
Well, the customer service team at Spa Seekers have heard it all with men and women. Yeah.
Yeah.
Calling for advice regarding becoming sexually aroused during spa treatments.
It happens. Someone's touching your body. You've been locked up for years on end because of a pandemic. The first person that touches your body, you're going to ejaculate for. I don't know why. What's the big question
How
here?
long do you think it would take before you're like lying on that table, they touch your body, and
If
boom.
they touch my scalp, there will be an explosion.
Oh my God. Inquiries nearly always peak around Valentine's Day
Oh, interesting.
for this, with many bookings in for a couple massage and fearing they will get a little too excited.
So they're going up to the manager and they're saying, "Excuse me, I'm going to be naked in the room with my spouse.
And I might get aroused. What the fuck do I do?
What do I do in that situation? I've never been
This
aroused."
happened to
with
me
them
in
before.
D's, by the way.
He got aroused because he was in the room with you?
No, but we were taking we went through a phase where we did a lot of Groupons, and one of the Groupons was to how to learn to massage each other.
Oh,
so we
boy.
go to the massage, the two of us, and we're in the room with the teacher and his pupil,
Oh, wow.
and they were doing on one massage bed. We were on another, and then there was one other couple in the back.
Oh, it's a group?
Yeah.
Oh, my
Your
God.
group thing, and then you're supposed to pick just one of the people to do it because it doesn't make sense for the allotted time to have like both of you doing it. So
Oh, my God.
so luckily we had D's doing it to me, and I was like, yes.
Oh,
I
that's
don't
a surprise. Oh, luckily.
luckily,
How did that luck strike you?
yeah, I was perfectly fine, except for then this happened. I'm on my stomach, and he wants to teach something called effleurage. I don't know what that means, but it's some sort of a technique. And he starts massaging his model, who's like, of course, like this gorgeous, like 21-year-old, like literally a model. And I'm laying there, and he's like, "Yeah, and Deez, come over here. You can help demonstrate on the model."
Oh.
So for like a good 5 minutes, I'm laying there like bored as shit, and he's massaging some model.
Oh, my God.
Now, I don't know if he was getting an erection or not because I'm laying on my stomach face down. But what the fuck was that all about? Where is she getting two people massaging her?
I don't know.
And she got paid to do this.
This is you try to get that job.
I'm not going to get that job. What do you think I'm going to go? Yes. Guess what? Cam, I found a new career. I'm going to be a model.
For massage classes.
Yeah.
I would actually like that job.
I think it would be a good
And
call
then
for
they're
you.
gonna have. There's always gonna be a segment in the training.
How do we clean up messes?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, there's more to the this article about
Do you
these
need to blow
weird.
your nose?
Yeah, I do, and I knew you were going to give me a hard time about
I'm
blowing my
not giving
fucking
you a
nose.
hard time. I see you fucking looking around for Kleenex and using your hand.
Number 2 question: is it safe to have sex in a hot tub or pool? Now, this also relates to you because this is one of your fantasies because you're a Pisces.
Not in a hotel or motel, hot tub or pool or spa. Did you just put the fucking Kleenex?
What do you want me to
nastiest-
hold? Where am I supposed to put it?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the trash can.
I don't want to come near you with the trash can because you're going to.
We're in a pod.
Okay, whatever. All
That
right.
is somewhere where we
All
sit
right, you
and
don't have
lie
to.
with you.
All right,
Snot all over
all
it.
right. Anyway, according to Spa Seekers, the thought of steamy hot water and fast jet streams gets a lot of their customers excited, so much so that their phones and social media DMs have been filled with questions about whether they can have sex in them.
Do you think it's just fetishists or people like
No,
me?
they're
just
saying everybody.
inquiring?
While it could definitely be you. While it may look like a romantic thing to do, it's neither advised nor allowed in most establishments. Plus, having sex in hot water comes with the added health risks,
Yeah.
such as rashes and yeast infections.
Yes.
And then they put the one word, lovely. Lovely. Lovely.
Lovely.
Lovely. Wouldn't it be lovely?
Wow.
Wow.
Who is
Yeah.
asking them? Who is saying in advance, can we have sex in this pool?
Apparently, that's a number 2 question after what happens if I get a chubby in the first one?
I once got caught getting a little frisky in a pool from the apartment, people living in the apartment complex.
Were you doing Quaaludes?
No.
Oh, I was doing Quaaludes when we did that.
What the fuck?
That was another story.
Oh,
I digress.
oh my God.
Yeah, it was my idea too.
Well, Mother,
Yes.
it might be time for Cam's
Cam's Uppers
Uppers.
is the place to be. Fine living is the life for me.
This is Cam's Uppers. This is a segment of the show where I share something with my mother that's been very dear and near to my heart. Something that I really would like to get out into the world. It's something that she typically finds
boring,
or
excruciatingly painful, downright atrocious.
what's it with the atrocious?
Have I said atrocious prior to
You
this?
always say atrocious, and
Oh.
I never. Cam's
All
Uppers
right.
is never atrocious.
All right. I'll think of another adjective. How about dull?
Dull,
How about it makes me cringe?
cringeworthy. Okay, thank you, Mother. All right, I'd like to share. Something that it's a little bit a different thing that I typically share, because even the thing that I was planning to share this week was a bit boring for me. Well, I was just going to share something about how I was reading about attachment theory
Oh no, not
and
again.
ways to
No.
resolve attachment avoidance. And
Who are you attaching to?
I don't know.
Okay.
But one of the ways to overcome being avoidant, when someone starts getting close to you and you start pulling away, is to actually just create a shared task with them. Like cooking or sailing was one of the examples they gave. I don't know why suddenly
Sailing?
you'd pick up sailing.
Sailing. So
Sailing.
you feel that you want to avoid someone, so you say, "No, I'm not going to avoid this person. I'm going to just go sailing with them."
Yes, exactly. You're trapped on a boat with them instead. And so it's anyway.
Do you think
I
this is
thought
a
this
very
was-
good idea?
I think it's great because then your general inclinations of overthinking the situation and being like, well, you know what, this person's not perfect for me, are overruled by we're sailing. We got to keep the winds blowing in the sails. It's figurative and literal. Anyway, that's why I didn't want to bring it up. Instead, I'm going to tell you about something that I came across on Wikipedia called umarel. Umarel is a folk term in Bologna referring specifically to men of retirement age who pass the time watching construction sites, especially roadworks, stereotypically with hands clasped behind their back and offering unwanted advice. Its literal meaning is little man, sometimes associated with zdadura, referring to an umarel's wife.
Okay, I have one question for you.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that? What did you just say?
That is a fucking...
So let me tell you where I tuned it out.
What?
I'm let's summarize what I thought I heard.
Yeah.
Middle-aged men are feeling kind of down on themselves, so they see a construction site, and
Yeah.
it makes them feel even worse, like inadequate or something.
No, I think maybe it just reminds them of their old days or...
When they would
or their
build
s-
homes and,
Yeah.
and churches. And,
Exactly.
And now they're just...
And so they
just
sit there with their hands
worthless,
clasped behind their back, watching the construction.
like impotent little
and
fucks.
sometimes give some unwanted advice. And I learned this term and I said, this might be a good future for me.
To be a Oompa Loompa?
Umarel, not
Umar-
an Oompa Loompa.
What? Umarel?
Umarel.
All right. That was an exciting...
Cam's Uppers is the place to be. Anyway, that was that.
I'm so glad that you are an Umarel.
I'm an Umarel. Well,
Okay.
we've come
I would like to know if the sneaky freaks identify with being an Umarel, please let us know at our text line, which is
310-356.
3920.
Why don't you just remember the whole number?
While I had the 2 hours that I wasn't worrying about the dog, worrying about COVID, worrying about the vaccine, worrying about earthquakes, worrying about all the other anxious shit, I was actually trying to memorize that number.
No way.
And all I got was 3920.
You've had that number for a long time.
I can't believe I even got 3920. So I'm pretty happy about that.
Can you try to recite the number right now without me?
310. Can't remember the second
Yes,
part.
you can. You could do it.
I know it starts with a 3.
Yep.
Then I'm
You're missing 2 numbers. Here we go.
3920.
That's the end. Okay.
I don't know.
You did
310. 350.
No.
Oh, what are you gonna do? Break the fucking chair?
356.
356 3920.
All right,
310
anyway.
356 3920. Okay, you guys text us.
Text us. We're gonna get into listener texts now. Just to congratulate my mother for remembering that.
Trust me, it'll not be there 3 seconds from now.
So this is an interesting text that we got from a guy named James. Longtime listener. James, great to hear you. He says, episode 341, sex in cop cars. In this episode, the question came up regarding having sex in a taxi. In my early 20s, I drove taxi to pick up some extra cash and mostly did the graveyard shift. I picked up my fair share of horny drunks from the bars that have had sex in the back seat. As a driver, it's too dark to really see anything. Just take the long route and let them go at it. That would not have been my approach, but that's fine.
Why not? What would your approach have been?
I would have asked them what they're doing.
You would just like call them out on their shit.
It doesn't turn
do
me
you
on.
want to not get a tip?
It doesn't turn me on. I don't care. I don't need to clean up that stuff. I don't need to smell that stuff.
Oh,
There's
I didn't even
stench,
think about that.
spunk.
No. Oh, here we go. We're going full circle with the smells.
I don't like that smell unless I'm really into the person I'm with. I don't want to hear it smell other people's sex.
Okay.
Disgusting.
Okay. All right.
That would be the biggest issue I'd have with people having sex in my car.
Is the smell afterwards?
It smells like fuck in this car.
Oh yeah.
So this guy James is letting the people fuck in this. It's very freeing of him. I appreciate that there are people out there like you, James. He goes, side note, I've had clients also want to have sex with me on several occasions, females and males,
Yep.
but only the ladies were able to attain my affections. Also had frequent clients who wanted a certain level of anonymity. For example, couples engaged in adultery relationships,
Ooh.
sex workers, and people who wanted some sexual device delivered,
What does
which
that
has
mean?
led me to walking on some very memorable parties. Take care, James.
James, that does sound like a fun job.
You had a little wild job.
I like it.
That's a wild job.
And that was before the advent of Ubers, which, I've talked to Uber drivers that literally have turned their little GPS off.
What?
Not with me and for me. I'm just saying I've heard stories about them doing that. Yeah.
What do they do the GPS on? What does that mean?
Like some girl will get in and want to I knew one person that said that the girl gets in and said, I want a free ride and I'm willing to blow you. So,
What?
Yep.
Blowjob for the free ride?
Oh yeah.
Terrible.
I almost threw up too because I'm like, but man, you're a cheap fucking what's called is it a cheap Uber rider.
We are pro sex workers here, so if that's how you want to work, that's fine.
Yeah, but that's kind of, being pro sex worker. Don't sell yourself short.
I agree. We got another one here from Jody. Jody says, hi, Cam and Karen. I found your podcast about 3 months ago and love it.
Yeah,
Karen,
woohoo.
I too see myself as a cougar who enjoys a little wacky tobacco on occasion.
That's my girl.
I'm also not like the average 50-year-old grandma. Winky face. I wish my 3 adult sons and I could have an open relationship you two share. I'm certainly open with them, probably just because I know how much they hate it. They always shake their head and say, oh, mother. Anyway, don't listen to the naysayers. You two are amazing. Cam, keep looking for your freak, and Karen, keep doing whatever the hell you want. Best wishes
love
and
it.
health, Jody.
Jody, you're the woman.
Sweetheart.
Thank you for sharing those kind words with us.
And yeah,
And Jody,
she
please.
asked how she can find us on TikTok.
No, are you kidding?
She asked that.
Just go to either Karen Lee Potter or Stalk with My Mom. But Jody, also, I have to say, keep talking to your older sons because eventually you're going to find that it's going to just be a comfortable conversation. You're not even going to realize you're talking about sex if you keep doing it enough.
I like that. I support that. It'll be
glad.
comfortable one day.
Oh, I've noticed it with your siblings. I'm like able to just bring up anything. And before, I mean, especially your sister, she was not really comfortable, and now she seems totally comfortable when I bring up stuff. So just keep talking,
It's wonderful.
keep on trucking.
Denise says, I'm listening to this week's podcast, and I'm with Cam about the dating apps. So I'm glad I'm not alone in this. By the way, I switched from Hinge. I gave up on Hinge, and I
Okay.
went to Bumble,
Oh, good.
and I'm having a little more success there.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, it's
All
nice.
right.
Still nothing great. Anyway, Denise goes on to say, I'm a sneaky freak on the west coast of Florida. I live in Naples. I believe that Florida is just such a melting pot from so many places around the country that weird stuff always happens here.
Oh, that's explaining. We had the question for our sneaky freaks is, what the fuck is going on in Florida?
Yeah, we had a lot of stories in Mom's News about
Yeah.
stuff going on in Florida.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And so I'm glad to know that it's just a melting pot, and it creates some freaks.
Well, the specific story was having sex in the back of a cop car in Florida.
There's interest. We got freaks in Florida,
Portland.
and then we got freaks in Portland.
Yeah.
But they're different types of freaks, I think.
Yeah. Some are hippie freaks and some are just fucking freaks.
That's what it feels like. The ones in Portland feel like more like aware, like they're acknowledged they're a little strange, and they kind of let that freak flag fly
Yeah.
openly. The ones in Florida are out of their gourds.
Yep.
That's what it seems like.
I think you're right. I absolutely think you're right. And the
Denise, that's not saying
Yeah.
you're one of those.
no,
You might just be a normal sneaky freak, but I don't know. That's
whatever the
helpful to know.
normal sneaky freak is.
Let's see what else we got here. Amanda says, y'all are the best. With Chelsea, another sneaky freak, we did each other's hair today, so hopefully that gets us laid. Great to hear. I'm glad you're having a little sneaky freak party on your own and doing each other's hair.
It's adorable.
And I hope that it gets you laid, but make sure that...
Use
there's-
protection.
No, COVID test prior.
Don't sing any My Little Pony.
Don't even
My
start me
Little
with the My
Pony.
Little Pony. No,
Yeah.
no singing. Okay, speaking of the freaks in Florida, the freaks in Portland, we learned about the freaks in Italy, actually. How do you like that?
Yeah, I thought Italy was so progressive because it's European and everything, but apparently it's a little bit stuffy there.
Yeah, so we had one of our listeners, Alice. We're gonna call her the Italian Stallion.
I love it.
Lives in somewhere in Italy, and she says that she heard about us from from a radio personality
In Italy.
in Italy.
I think that's pretty wild.
Pretty fucking cool. And basically, she said that the guy was talking on his radio show about how he was asked to create a talk show about sex, and he said it wouldn't work in Italy. And then he brought us our show up as an example, explained what the fuck our show was all about.
Of what not to do.
Yeah, and he basically was like, this is incredible. They are explicit. They're fearless. They talk about all kinds of topics.
I love it.
And he talks about our strong connection
Oh,
and saying that it sadly wouldn't be so successful on Italian shows.
right.
And then he went on to compliment our podcast. And then I asked her why that would be. Why aren't they not
Right.
comfortable talking about sex? She says she doesn't want to talk for all Italians, but from what she's perceived, she says sex or your naked body are topics that are seen as impure or dirty. My parents' generation wouldn't probably understand it, not because they're stupid, because they see marriage as an important part of someone's life and monogamy is the only possible scenario.
But meanwhile, when I was in Italy, I had guys grabbing my ass.
Oh, look at that. Very
Yeah.
interesting.
They think it's okay to grab an ass, but then you can't talk about
it goes
sex.
hand in fucking hand.
Yeah, because
No
of the
pun
shame.
intended. Yeah.
No pun intended. That's kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
We have to revolutionize the Italians. That's next. As soon as COVID's done, we're going to Italy. We're gonna take Italy by the throats and say, "Come on, get with the program."
Well, we're going to have one fan named Alice who left us a wonderful review.
Thank
How
you, Alice.
sweet is this? She says, and she went to Apple Podcasts. She left us a
Aw.
review. Super entertaining. Love their connection. They talk about very interesting topics that we should feel comfortable to talk about. Much love for these two. 5 stars, Alice.
Thank you, Alice, for
The Italian Stallion.
Alice, the Italian Stallion, the newest sneaky freak. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you very much. Speaking of sneaky freaks, thank you to everyone who's left us reviews. We love you to the moon. If you haven't done so, please do so.
At ratethispodcast.com/mom.
Why are you confused?
Because I wasn't sure.
You nailed it.
Oh, good.
RateThisPodcast.com/mom will tell you exactly where you on your device can leave a review and how to do it. And a very special, exciting announcement. January 27th at 5 p.m. Pacific time. Save the date, you sneaky freaks. We're doing a Zoom patron party.
Yeah, if you guys have not been to one of them, they are much more fun than listening to Cams Up versus...
I thought Umarall was very interesting today.
No, you got to go to our patron parties because not only are you able to see us and interact with us, but you see all the other sneaky freaks.
It's so fun. It's such a sweet, sweet community.
And people bring weird pets on there.
It's fun.
We've seen everything from possums to not armadillos, hedgehogs.
So join
cats,
us.
Dogs, dying dogs.
You can join us just by going to patreon.com/sextalkwithmymom. That's in the episode description. Join us there. We'll hook you up with that Zoom link.
And not only that, not only do you get the Zoom link, you get to get content on there that is nowhere else to be found. We've done
like a recap of Queen's Gambit.
Exactly. We've done that. And then you can also see little videos that I've been putting up of us, behind the scenes videos. Oh, yeah. I don't even know if you knew that, Cam.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff down there that no one knows about except our sneaky freaks.
Wow.
And some fucking crazy ass. I don't know what's going on our Facebook page, but what is that all about?
We got hijacked.
We got hijacked literally by, so I think they're from the Middle East because I don't know where the hell where this is coming from, but they've taken over our Sex Talk with My Mom Facebook page, which I can't even go on Facebook anyway. So they're allowed to go on our Facebook page, post really, what are you doing? Wrap it up? What does that mean?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe that's my signal to you to say, wrap the fucking thing up.
All right. Well, whatever. I mean, there's some crazy shit going on. So join us on Facebook and you can be part of it. And I think I'm going to have to sing them out. What do you think?
Sing what?
And let me tell you about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees. And of course, my little ponies.
God damn it. God damn
you
it.
Little is it bronies? Yeah, you little bronies.
I'm not a brony. I'm not a brony
just
after that.
said earlier that you were a brony.
I was until last night with the whole fucking singing debacle.
My little pony.
My little fuck.
My little
All right.
pony.
All right. Thank you for listening. We love you guys.
We love you.
Bye.
Bye.